From Cheater's surveillance cameras, you are about to view actual true stories filmed live, documenting the pain of a spouse or lover caused by infidelity. This program is both dedicated to the faithful and presented to the false-hearted to encourage their renewal of temperance and virtue. Coming up on this episode of Cheaters.
They arrived at a haunted house.
Who is this bitch? Who are you? You don't know what love is.
I know I'm not a crook.
Why didn't you tell her?
Real reality television is brought to you by Cheaters Detective Agency's Private Eyes on Cheaters.
For an experienced bartender like Corinne Johnson, the intricacies of mixing drinks seems easy compared to those of a relationship. With neglect and suspicions filling the void, Corinne petitions help from cheaters in gaining the truth. I'm Clark Gable, and this is Cheaters.
Well, when we first got together, we would spend the night together all the time. He would call me every day. I got a good morning beautiful text every day. It was really good. We went out, traveled. We've gone to Galveston. We've gone Corpus Christi, the beaches. We've gone everywhere. He's a stage director, so sometimes he does get busy, but he would invite me to work. I could sit there and hang out with him. Different things, and now it's just very different. It's just very different.
William, age 30, a stage director suspected of merely acting the part of a loyal boyfriend. Cheaters begins the investigation with a stakeout of the suspect's work. After some time, William and an unknown woman leave the building. The lady gets into her slug bug as the suspect lights up a cigarette. William talks to the woman as he smokes.
I used to spend the night with him, like I said, a lot. We used to spend the night together 5 nights out of the week. We were always together. Now, sometimes he'll call me and he'll say, how about I stay at your house? I want to save you the drive. 2 hours will roll by and he won't show up. Then he'll call me and tell me that he had to go to work, and he's just got a lot of excuses. I almost think that he doesn't want me to show up in Dallas. That's the reason he says he's coming to Tarrant County, because I live in Fort Worth. Our sex life has just gone way down. It's a lot different now. We do still have sex, regularly, but it's really hard whenever one person is like, I'm coming to Fort Worth and never show up, or you know what I mean? Different things like that have changed drastically. So he hasn't had a lot of time for me lately, and he's been budgeting differently. Just everything has been different. We were talking about getting married for 4 months. We talked about getting married, and now if I bring up marriage, he's like, I want to wait until we've been together a little longer, and I'm not really sure what's going on.
The suspect continues to chat with the woman until he finishes his smoke. William then kisses his mystery miss and walks back to his own car. The two go their separate ways, which ends this night of surveillance.
We've been together for 2.5 years. We make breakfast together, we go to breakfast, we wake up together, we shower together, we do everything together. I just don't know how I'll fix that empty gap of him not being there. I mean, when I roll over at night, I roll over to hold him. And if he's not there, I just don't know how I'll feel about that. I don't know how I'll go back to sleeping 7 days a night at my house without him, and him not being around, or not getting my good morning beautiful messages in the morning. I just don't know how I'll live without him.
Cheaters agents continue the stakeout of the suspect's workplace. Late in the evening, William comes out accompanied by his companion, now identified only as Brooke. The suspect and his paramour get into William's car. Tailed by a Cheaters intel unit, the pair drive down to a hotspot neighborhood. Arms wrapped around each other, the pair enter a nearby bar. William and Brooke share a few drinks on the patio. The two lovers hold hands as William leans in to kiss his new girlfriend. Sometime later, the suspect escorts the pretty woman back to his vehicle. William puts his charge into his car and away they go. The suspect drives back to his place of work to drop Brooke off at her car. The duo share a few more goodbye kisses. The suspect leaves his date, digging in her purse for her keys while he climbs into his own ride. William and Brooke drive off separately, capping off another night of surveillance. The cheaters' team persists with the surveillance of the suspect's workplace. Sometime later, William and his woman exit the building. The two drive a short distance to a well-known sandwich shop. William and Brooke eat their meal holding hands as they talk. Brooke then kisses the suspect. After a while, they get up from the table and get back into the suspect's car. Brooke and William return to the suspect's workplace. The twosome kiss passionately by her car. As they finish their date, the cheaters' team begins to collate all information for a distressed Corinne. Coming up, the confrontation.
Now that the suspect's affair is confirmed, Cheaters contacts Corinne to compare notes. Concerned by the probable death of her relationship, Corinne demands to know the truth.
Corinne, the first thing I'd like to say is thank you for coming out this evening. Before I show you what we have come up with, I just want to forewarn you, some of the things that you're about to see, they might piss you off, they might upset you, but it's just honestly out of respect for you to get you the truth and honestly to get you away from...
I just want the truth.
Absolutely, and that's why we're here. So I just want to warn you, but are you ready to see what we have come up with?
I think so.
Think so?
I think so.
All right. Corinne, we begin our investigation outside of William's workplace. He locks up shop on this day, and then he walks to his vehicle with this woman. I'm gonna stop her right there. Have you ever seen her?
No.
Never seen her in your life?
No.
He then escorts her into his vehicle. They leave together, and they drive. As our detectives follow them, they go to a bar
No.
and go inside.
No.
We get internal surveillance from our detectives of them sitting at a table together.
Oh, really?
See that they're holding hands,
Oh my God.
and he leans in for another kiss.
Oh my God.
So during this time while they're spending at the bar and having their drinks, William receives a phone call, Corinne. What you're about to hear is the audio from that conversation.
Hello?
Hey, baby. What are you doing?
Oh, well, I'm just on the way back from a show. I'm actually going out for a quick bite to eat with one of the actresses. We got to go over the information for the show this week. We got to rehearse this thing. I mean, it's a big, big show this weekend.
Well, you know it's part of your job, baby, but it has been almost a week.
I know, and I'm sorry. I will see you this weekend. As soon as the show is wrapped, I'll make my way straight over to you.
All right, I love you. I'll see you this weekend, okay?
All right, love you too. Bye-bye.
All right.
And this is the same night that he just kissed this girl.
He just kissed her at the
my
table. He
gosh.
leaned over and kissed her. He goes
Oh
back
my
to the table
gosh.
after completely lying to you, Corinne.
Oh my
And then they leave the bar together. They walk over to his vehicle. He opens the car door for her. I mean, I think he should be doing that for you, not her.
Yeah, we've been together for 2.5 years.
On this day of our investigation, Corinne, we're outside of William's workplace. A few moments later, we see him walking with that same female, arm in arm. They go over to his vehicle. As our detectives follow the two of them, they arrive at a sandwich shop. We see them park the vehicle. They get out together, go inside, grab a bite, sit together at a table. That's when we see them holding hands, getting very close and romantic with each other. And this time she leans over, gives him a kiss.
Oh my gosh.
He engages as well. Some time passes. They finish up their meal, leave the sandwich place, and return to William's workplace. That's when we see him walk her over to her vehicle. Before she leaves, they embrace with a very long hug. They kiss multiple times, hold on to each other. And before saying goodbye to her, get one more hug. She gets into her vehicle and leaves. And William does as well.
Wow.
Corinne, at this point in time, I think you've seen enough. You know, we'll get some intel from our detective. Hold on one second. That's him right there. Gomez. Yeah, I'll let her know. Thanks. All right, he's following the two of them. They left his studio together. They arrived at a haunted house. Slaughterhouse, haunted house. It's very close by. We get in the vans right now. We can meet up with him at the back of the location and go straight in. Are you ready to go confront William and this other chick?
Yes.
Right this way, please. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go in with our detective. He's gonna lead us to where they're at. We're gonna confront the two of them. I don't know if this girl knows. There's our detective right there, actually. This girl may not know that you even exist, so give her the benefit of the doubt until I find out. All right?
Okay.
Okay? They're inside the haunted house, probably fixing to walk out. Wait for my cue. I'm gonna tell you just come on in. Okay?
All right, that's fine. We'll wait right here.
Okay.
Hey, here's our detective right now. Hold on 1 second. Gomez. All right, we're coming. Everybody out. Watch your step.
Oh my goodness. And he's in here?
He's in here. Be careful up these stairs. Need a hand or you got it?
I got it. Oh my God. Really? Is this how you do it? Who is this bitch? Who the are you? I'm his girlfriend of 2.5 years.
Okay, well, excuse me.
No.
Me of you.
I don't give a damn. I don't give a You better give a damn and get the out of my face.
Are you going coming
This
here?
is my man.
Coming up, the conclusion.
They arrived at a haunted house.
Who is this bitch? Who the are you? I'm his girlfriend. You're a piece of
You're hitting it.
You're a piece of crap. Shut up and get out of my face. Girl, you better get out. You better get out. You better go. Hell no, mother. How dare you do this to me? 2.5 years. 2.5 years. Who the hell is this bitch? No, who is this bitch?
Hey, whoa,
Who is this bitch?
I work with her.
Who is it? You work with her? Really? You work with her?
Yes.
I saw you. I saw you kiss her. You kiss at the restaurant. Jesus Christ.
Stop hitting. Don't hit no more.
How dare you?
Why did you do this, man?
What, in
happened?
2.5 years? That's what you think of me after 2.5 years?
We were just rehearsing.
Oh, yeah, you're just rehearsing. I see with her sucking your face.
We're just rehearsing. What the hell? Are you lying right now?
Is this rehearsal?
We're not just rehearsing.
Tell her the truth.
Yeah, why don't you tell me
Tell her the
the truth?
truth.
What do you think that is?
Tell her the
2
truth
years?
right now.
You've been with her for 2 years.
Tell her the truth because she don't even know.
Yeah, we have.
She don't even know.
Why
Okay, he didn't tell me about her, so what the
Dare you?
what?
Tell her the truth now. Tell her now.
Well, shut your mouth and let me say something.
Watch your mouth.
What is going on?
Yeah, I was with
Tell
her for 2.5 years.
And me, when were you gonna tell me about her? Was my question.
Tell her the truth. Soon.
I was gonna tell you soon.
You were gonna tell her soon?
Get to this.
Have you had sex with him?
No, I have not had sex with him. I'm very glad I have not had sex with
Yeah,
you.
we've been
Oh
together
my
2.5
God.
years.
You've been with someone for 2 years.
How dare you? How dare you?
Let me talk to you for a second. Get out of here. Hey, what's your name?
My name's Brooke.
Brooke, I'm Clark Gable with the show Cheaters. I apologize for bursting in on you like this, but he didn't tell you anything?
No. Okay, really, I would not have been with him if he was with someone for 2 years. I don't split people up.
So you guys met?
He told me that I was going to be in one of his shows, and then we started dating. He asked me out on a date, so we went out on a date, and then we've been seeing each other for about a couple of weeks now, officially.
This is what you think about it.
Yeah.
This is what you think about it. Oh, okay. Well, that's what you get.
Well-
That's what you get. Put your mask back on, because that's all you do is walk around with a mask on. There you go.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
very
what.
psychoanalytical of you.
Oh, you don't love anybody.
She could not figure out any way to find him cheating, so she hired us. And that's when we got all these pictures of you guys spending a lot of time together, you know, getting very intimate. And to her, if you can imagine, put yourself in her shoes, you'd be probably pretty pissed off.
You don't know what love is. You don't know what it is.
I know I'm not a crook.
Why didn't you tell her?
I'm not a cheater.
Why don't you tell her? Tell her the truth. Why didn't you tell her the truth?
Didn't I die?
Oh, yeah, you just did just now. It's a little late after a month. You don't tell her anything. You don't tell me anything. The truth, you're busy. You have no time for me, really?
I'm going to need a ride home. I rode here with him.
You rode here with him?
I'm going to need I can't ever see him again.
After all these years and years of doing nothing but stuff for you, how dare you do this?
Let's go see
What is
where they
going to happen
disappeared
to
to.
him? What's going on?
You can run. one, that's okay, but you're gonna give me my answers. I know that. You're not a real man. You're a piece of crap. Why would you do this? Why would you do this to me? Why would you do this to me?
Because I don't love you.
Well, obviously not. That's pretty obvious. That's pretty obvious, but you love me enough to see me all the time, right?
I don't care to be in a show. I don't really want to see him anymore ever again. That was really awful.
All right, well, you know what? They're coming back over here, and I think that you should let him know that, because he didn't only lie to her, he lied to you too, and you haven't done anything wrong.
Tell me what's going on. Tell her the truth too. You need to tell her the truth.
Well, I just told her that.
Well, you need to tell her everything.
Why don't you just take the mask off and talk to her?
Yeah, take it off. You don't need this mask.
I'm out of this picture. I don't even want to be in your show anymore. I don't really, this is...
William, I got a question for you, man. Can I talk to you for a second? Is this the first time that you've done this with just one of your actresses? Okay, that's understandable. What happened, man?
I just met her out. I met her out one day. We got to talking. I thought she fit a profile.
One day.
That was simply it. Wasn't thinking anything more. Okay, yeah, one thing led to another.
One thing led to another?
We started dating and seeing each other a little bit.
But, I mean, the sacredness that you have with her, I mean, she spent time with you after your mother passed away, and I understand that that is painful as hell, man, and she was there for you during that.
How sacredness if you believe in God, but there ain't no God here. I see a succubus, and that's about it, so I'm out.
That's the way you feel?
That's fine. He can be out. He doesn't have me anyway. It's done with. Bye. I hope you don't get hit by a bus. Bye.
After the confrontation, Corinne takes time to contemplate her next move. At the end of the show, Cheaters illuminates her game plan. But now, Dave Beggars comes to the Cheaters studios to claim how it was no laughing matter when his girlfriend confronted him on Cheaters.
Stormy and I were having a drink watching the comedy show, and that's when all of a sudden Jess busted in with the cameras. And I heard a ruckus behind me, but I knew something was going down when I got hit upside the head by Jess. And it kind of stunned me, and that's when the cameras kind of circled around, and I knew it wasn't going to be a good night.
Didn't think I was in town, did you? What are you doing? Whoa, with Stormy? There's you too. No, you're my friend. You are my friend. I didn't care about you.
This is my time.
Yeah. I haven't even got
you got me. You shot me on camera. Are you happy now?
You again.
Stormy offered me something that Jess couldn't, which was attention and affection. Jess was always out of town, always performing, and that's how I kind of justified the fare to myself was, well, if Jess was here, I wouldn't have so much free time, and Stormy was, Stormy was there. I mean, not to be a jerk, but she's younger and prettier.
Sorry for you. You're so not funny. It's sexually transmittable. I am getting less funny just by being with you. You made my vagina retarded. It drools now, like a retard. Maybe you're the retard. No. They would want to see this. This is her right here. Yeah. Sorry, right there. Yeah. There's that. There's your picture right there. That's you. Get the out of my face.
That night, Jess had all my clothes laid out. Everything just thrown out. I tried to talk to her. She wouldn't answer the door, wouldn't answer the phone, nothing. We basically never spoke again. I think next time I'm gonna just find somebody that we're both there for each other, time-wise and emotionally and physically. Because I guarantee you, if she wasn't performing so much and out of town, this never would have happened. Because I never would have had the opportunity. And I'm not blaming her for that. I'm just saying in the future, I just want to be with someone that, that we're both there for each other.
Following the confrontation, Corinne Johnson demands a complete cessation of all contact with the suspect. Corinne currently takes some time off from work in order to deal with her emotional situation. The suspect, William, has little to say to Cheaters' producers. In fact, the suspect makes one statement only, and that cannot be repeated on broadcast television. The suspect's companion, Brooke, only says she no longer sees the suspect.
Cheating is a crime. It happens every day. Ugly people running around. Pretty soon they'll have to pay. They think nobody's watching, but you better think again. Another heart is broken.
Now remember, if you don't get your programming from Goldstein's, why, we'll both lose money.